Hey you guys, it's Tiasa here on freebellydanceclasses.com. So today's video is going to be a Q&A in our series of 30 days of belly dancing on freebellydanceclasses.com, where I'm posting 30 days. So basically every single day of the month of March, I'm posting a video answering your questions, doing like basic belly talk, teaching you lots of technique, tips and tricks, and some combinations, workouts, and choreography. So today's question comes from Jasmine, and her question specifically was about the vocabulary of belly dancing, which is something I've kind of addressed in the past. The fact that the art of belly dancing, like really honestly a lot of dance styles out there, is really not something unique to the art of belly dancing, but it is sort of probably predominant in the art of belly dancing because first of all, it's kind of a foreign style of dance, and also is because it's practiced in so many different countries, and so there's so many different languages involved. And also because there are so many different styles in the West of the same art and style of dancing. You have the tribal, you have the Egyptian, the Turkish, all these different styles. And so what happens is, you know, when you have such a variety of cultures, languages, and styles, is that the terminology gets lost. So her question basically is, where can I find a list of standardized vocabulary to describe different moves of belly dances so I know exactly what I'm calling a move and what's the right way to call it? The bad news, sweetheart, is there are really no right way to call any move. You know, a lot of different moves that I teach you on this website, I call them something because maybe that's what I was taught, or maybe because that's kind of like, for me, you know, what makes more sense, like it describes the moves better. Or because I made him up. You know, a lot of the names of moves that I teach you on the website are moves that I came up with, and I named them myself. So it's really hard to find a standardized list. There are a few people that kind of try to do so, and I think there should be definitely a little bit more effort to do so in the art of belly dancing. I haven't seen the greatest list yet. There's one good list. It's not great, but it's decent. And the great thing about this list is that you can go in there and add to it. I mean, that could be a plus, but it could also be a minus, because anybody could put whatever name, so you end up with all these different names of the same thing on the same list. So that's not helpful. But at least you can see what other people call the same move, and I think that's, you know, at least better. And then you can decide what you want to call it, and of course, you know, I don't know, just live with it, honestly, because there really isn't a great way to call anything something. So don't be stuck up on that. But if you want to see a list, there is a list on, I think it's called MiddleEasternBellyDance.net. It's kind of like an okay website where there's like different ideas and forums and things like that. But you know, somebody started at least on that website a great idea of allowing people to introduce names and list, you know, terminology and vocab and so on the website. So there is kind of like this long list of different moves, and it's categorized by alphabet. It is also categorized by part of the body, so there's like upper body, arms, lower body, so on. But it's not the greatest list. I wouldn't even like call it like a trusted list by any means. But it's an okay list, and it's a, you know, a good source. But other lists I've seen in the past I wasn't thrilled about, or they were kind of like saying this is the right way to call, this is the wrong way to call, and I don't like that. At least on MiddleEasternBellyDance.net, they're kind of more open-minded about the moves, and they're like, oh, share with us what you call this move, and we'll add it to our list, that kind of idea. So that's the idea behind that. So like I said, it's open-minded, it's liberal, and I like that, but it's not like a trusted list, or it's not like the ultimate, you know, names for moves. So anyways, that's a source to go to. That's my answer to that, and I honestly don't think you should get stuck up too much on that, because where we at in the art of belly dance today in the world, all around the world, honestly, there isn't a standardized list, and I don't think honestly it's going to be one anytime soon. You know, and there might be some good to that, but you know, obviously there's a lot of bad as well in that concept, because it's very difficult to communicate as belly dancers to the world. But there's beauty in that, because it definitely tells you that this is such a diverse art, and you know, it's shared by so many languages and cultures and styles around the world, and that's great in itself. So appreciate it for what it is, deal with it as it is, and just let it go. That's my opinion, honestly, because I tried to fight for the longest time. And as being a teacher, and you know, I have to tell people what moves are called, I'm always obviously confronted with that challenge. And I just get to the point where I just don't let it get to me. I call it what I want to call it. My students call it the same thing that I call it, until they are, you know, learning from someone else, and they're like, oh, you call it that? Oh, my older teacher called it that. Okay, so it's the same move. All right, got it. You know, and they just live with it. So you're just gonna have to do that and move on. Anyways, end of talk, end of the answer. That is my Q&A today. I'll see you next time on freebirthdanceclasses.com. Make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel and definitely to the email list, because there's gonna be videos every single day for the month of March in our 30 days of belly dancing, and lots of fun giveaways. And the only way you're gonna learn about those guys is through your email. So definitely make sure you subscribe to the email list. I'll see you next time. freebirthdanceclasses.com is the website.